Well, hey, Cove.
Hey, Cove.
It's Pastor Dan and Ann. We are, as you can see,
in the car.
on the road again. It's time for our Wednesday midweek update. Probably a fairly short one.
Yes, we're driving back from Truckee, California, just north of Lake Tahoe, where our wonderful neighbor in Santa Rosa extended us a chance to stay in her vacation home for a few nights. So we took off on Sunday and we're driving home this morning. Whew, right.
Turned out to be gorgeous. Really the first time we've spent much time in the northern Sierras. And
yeah.
It was right by North Star, by the resort and the skiing and all that stuff. Not so much snow, but incredibly beautiful. So
yes.
We did some running and we did some good hiking.
Yep. And tried to stay warm. It was icy and perfectly clear. We sat, they had a big fireplace, big stone one, so we could sit and read by the fireplace. I did some sketching through the windows out into the pine trees in the afternoons.
Yeah.
There might have been a nap.
Maybe a nap. I did some, I worked some and played some. So a couple of books going, a couple of fiction books, a book of short stories from O. Henry, early 1900s, that wrote The Gift of the Magi and all sorts of other short stories, many of them based in New York City, so that's kind of fun. And then I also started reading the novel from a number of years ago now, A Gentleman in Moscow. And I think that's going to be a fun one as well. So, coming back, it is Wednesday, which means it's inauguration day for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And feels like a sort of hopeful day in terms of some new voices and diversity amongst the leadership of our country. So that's a pretty momentous time, I think. I've been thinking a little bit as we have been up here about those verses from Psalm 27 that I sometimes use as a benediction, verse 13 and 14, when the psalmist says, "I believe that I shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord, be strong, let your heart take courage, wait for the Lord."
We memorized that a long time ago.
We did, a long time ago.
Good.
And one of the things that looking at it again in these days made me think about was, you know, we've been in this mode of, gosh, if we can just get through COVID, and if we can just get through the election turmoil, and if we can just get through school being shut down, and there's just a lot of kind of the as soon as thing, and that's super normal, and we certainly feel it. I feel it. But what I was thinking about this weekend was just this idea of, well, what about today? I mean, we are where we are, but we have today as a gift from God. And Ann and I have been reminded lately with some people in our lives that have been sick or that have passed away, just really how kind of fragile life is, and we just never know. And I think COVID has retaught that to many of us. And so I think my quick word of encouragement is just, what about today? What are you doing today? Who are you going to be today? How will we watch for God just this one day? And yes, we have a future to look forward to, and yes, we're in the Lord's hands, and our days are in His hands. So what are we going to do with today? So there you go, from the road.
Yep. On the road.
We'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Santa Rosa.
God bless.
Bye-bye.